Hold on, Jake. Gianna or Miss Wagner, go ahead and unmute yourself. Either one of y'all unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Hello, who's that?
My name is Kiana Wagner.
Hi, Kiana. How are you?
I am well. I'm healing. I have a broken foot.
You're a broken foot. Okay. All right. So what do we got on the subject?
You said what's next, right?
What's next? Yep, that's it. What's next?
Okay. I'll give you a little bit of background about my story. I've been married before. I have my children were born in wedlock. I've only had what I consider two serious relationships, and they were both my marriages. And since my last relationship, I kind of married out of wisdom, and I corrected course. I ended up separating from that relationship, and I find myself at 41. I'll be 42 in a month, and my children are grown. My daughter's grown, and divorced, and I'm out in the dating market.
Okay.
I was listening to a lot of what you were saying, and I did have a lot of unrealistic expectations when it comes to men. I have corrected my course in terms of what actually I need from a man at this point in time in life and what I can actually contribute to him, and have been kind of drifting in that direction.
Mm-hmm. So how old is your child?
She's 23.
And you only have one kid?
My son passed away early on in my first marriage.
Okay. So now you're out here dating to what end?
Right. Well, my first problem that I have generally is that I've never lived with a man that I wasn't married to. So I've only lived with two men in my entire life.
Okay.
And so a lot of the gentlemen that I've come in contact with wanted to do the cohabitating thing, and I kind of pulled back on that because I just didn't, I watched my mother go through living with a man for 15 years that never would marry her. And then she's by herself. So when you were saying about spinning in the plates about the parent plate, I thought I felt hit and targeted, triggered on that one as well. Because I watched my mother have a lot of toxic relationships, which kind of fell on me as well.
Okay. So
So
what do you want?
at this particular point in time, I'm just looking for true chemistry,
So okay, you don't
companionship.
want to live with anybody without being married?
Well, I will. At this point, I will, because I'm not even sure if I feel the way I feel about traditional marriage anymore. Like considering, well, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, moved to Louisville,
Okay, so
Kentucky.
let's get the rubber meeting the road. Let's get all the way down. You're 40 what again?
One,
Why are you so picky at 41 years old? Why are
I
you so
don't
picky
know.
at 41 years old? What makes, I'm gonna just be honest. What makes y'all think at 41 years old with all this baggage and miles that y'all got this kind of leverage?
Who told you I had miles because I was old?
Cause you old.
Who told you I had miles because I was old?
Cause you old.
I may be old, but I'm like,
Cause
oh, I'm
you
like Bill
old.
Bryan around here.
Cause you
I'm
old.
vintage.
You old. You old. You got gray coochie hair. Your eggs is
I don't have
dry.
any. I wax.
Cause it's old. It's old. See, I don't play that. You're old. I'm old. Act like we're old. When you was a kid and your grandmother and great and folks was 40 years old, they weren't trying to walk around acting like they was young and all spry and shit. They was old. You're an old woman. You got your voice sound like you've been gargling with Newports. You're old. You got a broke ass foot. You're old. You got a house coat on and a bonnet. You're old.
It's a Friday night and I'm at home. But no,
You're
seriously.
old. Seriously, and my point is, if you ladies would come into the market like you're old, like you don't have all these. Well, I'm 41 years old. I'm trying to figure out this question. I'm postulating this and that. I've been married twice and have children. I ain't got all them options. Ain't nobody knocking on the door trying to find no 41-year-old woman with baggage. I don't know if I want to live with a man or not. You want a man who's breathing. He can tolerate.
Kevin,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to do the baby mamas, the 4 baby mamas and this kids.
But I'm going to ask you a seriously hard question. When was the last time you had a man of value trying to make you his woman?
Now.
Where?
Which state?
Get the fuck out of here, man. No, I don't play this shit.
So
No,
let me
I don't play
give you
this shit. No. Y'all coming in acting like you got your shit together. If you had a man of value in all these different states, you wouldn't be on a YouTube show at past midnight. Knock it the fuck off.
Oh, I'm just watching because I like your show.
Yeah,
I've been a fan for quite some time and wanting to talk to
but
you
the
in
fact of the
person.
matter
I like
is
the way
you're
you handle other
lying.
women.
You're lying to yourself. You're not going to lie to my heart. You can lie to yourself. But you come in and talking about, I got men in all these other states. Men of value?
I'm dating. I'm not.
I
I'm
said
dating.
men of
Like,
value.
literally dating.
Uh-huh. Again,
And men of
I
value.
said men of value. And here's what we get. All over the place. And this is why I do what I do.
Okay, so what do you consider to be
Because,
value?
man,
Because I think maybe value, what you think maybe value could be two different things.
no, you can overtalk me. That's what you can't do. You can't be 41 and acting like I got men everywhere with a do-rag on. I don't debate older women, especially when y'all get in your bag. I already tried to help do this one thing, but now I'm just done with it. Stop the cap. I'm like, seriously. I got men of value in what state, nigga? I got them everywhere. Really? Yeah. I'm just like that. You see these young ladies, you see this right here? Don't be this. Don't be this, because when you start getting like this, you start to lose perspective on what's actually real. And that's a problem. I'm trying to be realistic here, but you can't sit around and actually start to lose perspective on actually what's available. Because at this point, it's just like, well, let me stroke your ego. No, if you got all these options and all this other kind of stuff, you shouldn't be here. So let's go on over here to Miss Gina. Yeah, how you doing?
Hello, Mr. Samuel. How are you?
I am well. How
That's
old are you?
wonderful.
How old are you?
50,
50?
50.
Okay. So what's next?
Well, okay, well, my thing was where I'm from, it wasn't a problem with the black guys. It was always the black females that were the problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
That made it hard for me. The old ex comes back saying I didn't want you, but now I want you because you're looking pretty good now.
Do you have any
And
children? Do you have any children?
I have one.
All right. So what do you want, if anything?
I understand that at my age, I have a lot of baggage. And I know
No, 50. No, your bags is empty, just like the last. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
I'm just saying, from past relationships. Mm-hmm. And I know anybody that I get with will more than likely have the same as well as does.
Mm-hmm.
So the man that beg your pardon?
So what do you want?
I want to be happy. I want the same thing. I want to be
this is the problem.
valued,
This is the
appreciated.
problem. This is the problem that we have. Okay. At our age, I shouldn't have had the conversation I just had, but that's the conversation I just had was the reason so many of us Generation X men and women are not together, because that was the attitude. Intolerable. Simply intolerable. That attitude was intolerable when she was a teenager. It got women like her a couple of kids, maybe a marriage or something, but they won't last. You can't tolerate that. But the goal is hopefully that we have matured to the point to where we reach our 40s and 50s to where we should know what we want. We don't have 40, 50 more years. And if we can't really just definitively say it, how can we find it?
Correct.
So when I ask you, what do you want to just be happy. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I
happiness.
want to be the same as I should be for a man. A man needs to feel wanted, valued, appreciated, respected.
But does a
And
man
those are
make
the
does a
things
man
that
make
I
you
want.
happy?
Does a man make me happy?
Hmm?
Well, I'm kind of weird that way. I'm my happiest when I'm making him happy.
Well, ultimately, happiness, we're responsible for our own happiness. Relationships, companionship, and company, yes. Happiness, great. Um, but I think one of the things in our generation is we learned a lot of Disney stuff, and it's still kind of clouding our judgment. Your last relationship was how long ago?
My last relationship was about almost 2 years ago.
And how long did that one last?
About 2 years.
Hmm. Are you dating right now?
Yes.
Anybody seriously?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Anyone seriously?
Yes.
Okay. So how long have you guys been seeing one another?
We started dating on December the 20th of last year.
All right. So what's next step?
Well, right now we're still learning each other.
Come on, Ma. Come on, Ma. No.
No, I'm being honest.
No.
He did ask me to marry him. I
I mean,
did
come
say
on,
yes.
Ma. I mean, this is what I'm. Thank you. And you live in the same city. You live in the same city?
The same city, yes.
Thank you. Perfect call. You are fear, scarcity, and lack. This woman, you say, I want to be happy, this, that. You're 50 years old. You've been seeing a man for almost a year. And you're going to give me some high school answer that we're still getting to learn one another. You're 50. He asked you to marry him, you're afraid.
I said yes.
But you didn't. You said, I'm seeing someone. You didn't say I have a fiance. You didn't say I have a husband.
I said that I would marry him.
Ma'am, I asked you if you're seeing anybody. You said yes. I want to be happy. You didn't announce that I have a fiance. See, this is the perfect call because so many of our black women, you don't want ownership. You guys resist being claimed. Is he your fiance or not?
The reason I didn't say
Is
it
he
was
your
because
fiance or not?
yes, but
Then
I
why
didn't
didn't
get
you?
a
Okay,
ring.
then, ma'am, when I asked you if you're seeing anybody, why didn't you say I'm engaged?
I apologize.
No,
That was
don't
my mistake.
apologize. Don't apologize. I'm trying to understand why didn't you? Are you not proud to be his fiance?
Are you kidding me? Of course I am.
Well, no, I'm not kidding you, ma'am, because this is a relationship segment. And when the woman I say, I want to be happy, I want this and that. What are you looking for? At no point did you say, I'm looking, I found it, I'm a fiance. If the man you're dealing with heard you, you think that he would feel good about what you said?
I don't think so.
If the man you claim to be your fiance heard that, do you think he'd feel good about what you said?
I don't think so.
Perfect call. Even at half 100, so many of our women are terrified of the constraints and titles of being married. This is the color purpling effect that I call it. The color purpling of our mind. 50, you should be, 1 in 4 black women will marry, and you got somebody to ask you to marry you at 50. You should be dancing on the tip of the fucking Empire State Building. Insane. Am I missing something? I mean, am I missing something? That woman came on here like, I'm a single woman still out here in the market. Those last 2 calls are why men my age don't deal with older women. This is why I don't deal with older women. 30 and under. That's my preference, 30 and under. That's why. 1, I got men all over the place, such and so forth. A hot 304, 40-year-old, 41-year-old with a do-rag and tattoos. You think a man my age should be dealing with that? Then another woman where a man said, hey, let's finish our life together. And then you on the show talk about, I want to be happy and this and that. He asked me to marry him. And I've had problems with, just like you came on the show talking about everything else other than, oh my God, I got great news, y'all. I'm 50 and I'm engaged. Do-rag tattoo and Tim. I'm serious. I'm like, emotional availability. So I'm going to say something to the men. Gentlemen, I don't care what you're looking for, what you need. If she does not get on your program and she's not giving you the respect that you deserve, if she's not proudly proclaiming she's yours, leave her the French toast alone, man. Go cry in your Wheaties or someplace else. Detox from her. Leave her alone. Because to be with a woman that emasculates you, to be with a woman who, and you have to tolerate disrespect and microaggressions. See, if black men were raised, if my generation of men were raised with masculine respect and dignity to where we could do what our non-black counterparts, when we heard our non-black counterparts yelling at their mothers, we thought they were crazy. Only after you became an adult did you see the wisdom in what those people were doing. They didn't put the fear of God in their boys to where they feared their mothers. They loved their mothers. They respected their mothers, but their mother was still their woman. This shit runs deep. This is why I say, ladies, you're gonna have to figure out what comes next. And either you're either gonna get out here and risk and be emotionally available. You're either gonna become a woman like the rest of women, or you're gonna die alone. And I'm not gonna say die alone, or you'll leave. These are the men that I'm talking about won't deal with you. You may find something. But I was talking to Brother Dennis earlier the other day. In our community, we are too proud to be too proud to be rebellious. That's why we talked about straight up power. That's why I talk to myself all the time, and I remind myself all the time, don't go backwards. Do not tolerate disrespect. Do not tolerate women who don't move with you. Do not tolerate. This is why I've said it before. Every now and then in my life, I'll just go crazy Ivan. I'll look and say, okay, who am I dealing with who's not equally invested? Because I didn't grow up with this foundation that I got. I had to build this foundation. Shout out to Alpha Male Strategy. I love it, brother. I had to build this foundation. I didn't get it growing up. So I am prone to make mistakes along the journey. So I have to remind myself at every step, don't go backwards. Don't tolerate this. Do that. And then if you find that you've stepped off or made a misstep, correct it. Kind of like if you watch Marvel, if you get a deviant timeline, prune that shit. Prune it. Prune your own life, gentlemen. If you start finding yourself going off into an old beta male or old weak ass kind of way of doing things, hey man, Prune that shit. Step back and get back on the timeline. Get back on your sacred timeline. Every step of the way. If you find yourself in a position where you shouldn't be, prune it. Get back where you need to be. Say, made that mistake. And eventually, you will end up staying in the lane you should be because you're used to being there. The resets will take shorter period of time. They won't be as jarring to the point to where you begin to draw what you need towards you because you're on your purpose. You have a mind of abundance. You realize that you are number one, your purpose is number two, that you are the prize. To where you don't have to convince a woman to get on your program. You don't have to do this, do that. You start drawing this kind of stuff to you. And trust me, gentlemen, life is much better over on this side than it is over there. See, the problem is over there, it's in scarcity and lack. And that's where when you didn't have options, better to have nothing than live over here. Better to have nothing than live over here. Better to have no woman than a woman that you got to do this bullshit negotiation with. It's zero. It's better than that. And you have to remind yourself of this. I mean, here's the thing. Once more men stop moving like the weakened versions of ourselves, stop moving like the variants. Oh, I'm going completely geeky. When we stop moving like the variants, the beta male variants of ourselves, we start moving like the men that should not be the variant. You're on the actual sacred timeline. You won't be dealing with as many variant women. And it is much better being an Avenger over here than being over in some multi-verse of madness bullshit. That's the path I choose. So that's why I keep saying you can always decide to change. There's nothing that you did on Monday that you can't correct on Tuesday. Clear out the clutter in your life, gentlemen. And ladies, this works for you too. When you decide you want to get to the next phase, you can Scarlet Witch that shit. Get rid of all the crap from your past. I meant everything I said in the monologue. I am tired of, I have talked to the women so many times about this. And if that hit you, if it hit home, I'm talking to you. Get rid of stuff from previous men if you want either get rid of it or get back with him. You cannot have both. Get rid of it or get back with him. Get rid of it or get back with him. Because any man that you deal with who will really tolerate that kind of stuff, you're going to end up picking at him, shit testing him, resenting him on some level. Because you ain't supposed to have that in your life anyway.
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on Kevin Samuels, the Godfather. He delivered fantastic content, great video, great advice. If you're looking for relationship advice and all that, I think his content is the best place for you to be. Being a female, if you're also a male and you're looking for, gems to put in your day-to-day dating life, this is the best place for you to be at. I can guarantee you something like that. You're definitely going to get some gems that is going to improve your dating skill. Now, talking about these two women, I think they are both older women. And let's talk about the first arrogant one, 41 years old, came in, and when the conversation started, come on. Let's keep it all G, right? She came in, I don't got a man, and at this age, there is frustrations around her, and she's just looking for a way to solve her situation, right? But when the conversation turned around, it's kind of like, no, I have to make it look like, okay, I know what time it is, I'm in charge of shit, and I'm not miserable or something, which is something that is often found in our black women, not just black women. I think it's mostly found in the older ones, the older generations, these type of women that he just spoke with. And what is just wrong with you admitting that, okay, you weak at something? And that is why they can get relationship, because being a female self, they see it as weakness. Because what is wrong with you not understanding? Because if you know it, if you understand what time it is, then I don't think you should be 41 years old and single, calling a YouTube platform to seek for ideas to, get your shit together. So and there's no problem with that, and we are not going to hold you because of that. But don't try to make it look like, okay, you know what you are all about and you're not miserable or something. No, we have to be honest. If we cannot be honest with each other, we can't have these type of conversations. Because, I mean, how do you have these type of conversation with lies? Though some people will say he was so harsh on the first lady, whatever the case is, but I mean, you old, and the fact that you said you wax says it all. If it was not to be old, if there was not to be a gray hair on it, I mean, you wouldn't have been waxing or something like that. So why can't we just always understand that, or women in general, let me just say, because for men, if we are older, we understand that we're older, we agree to it, we are okay with it, we don't hold grudges because of that. But somehow, some way, and that is what boils down to women always acting like they don't know that men value their fertility. They understand these things because why is it that when a lady's older, she's always trying to act like she's young? Or she's always trying to, I might be older by numbers, but if you look at me, I don't look that old. So they understand these things. It's just like they're always playing mind games or something. And you being an older lady coming into this place says it all, even if you happen not to say anything about your relationship or what is going on around you. We already understand that for you to even get the boldness to make sure that you are on this platform to speak with someone, we know what time it is. We know why you get on such a show. So why not just admit and, be able to ask your questions and just keep it moving? You are looking for something. Whatever the person is doing, you are just looking for some information. Forget about whatever the person is doing because he is not looking for something from you. You're looking for something. So why not focus on what you are looking for? If the person is trying to even, get you triggered or something, just focus on why you came on the show. But this goes a long way to prove why they are single because they cannot allow a man to be in charge. And it's a strategy. He always used those things to understand that, okay, this is who you are, and expose certain things that you easily get triggered, and that is the reason why he's single. And you fell for it. Talking about the last lady, the way she was speaking, to be honest with you, I didn't know that she was having a man in her life. I thought, she's single, kind of like trying to figure things out or something. When you get a whole man with you and asking her, will the man be proud hearing whatever you said on the show? And you said no. So it means you really understand that whatever you said in the show is bad. It's bad. But trying to act like you didn't know or something, this is crazy, man. 50 years old. Sad and it's crazy. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure you give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one. I'm out and peace.